This is what 98% of Amazon sellers are doing wrong in 2025. Hey, I'm Chris Turton from the UK Amazon agency, Ecommerce Intelligence, one of the biggest Amazon agencies in the UK. We've worked with over 250 different clients. These are the most common problems we see when clients come to us and we have to sort them out. So, number one, buying reviews or trying hard to get mass volume of reviews. This is a age-old problem that's been going on since the dawn of e-commerce, where people think that they need thousands and thousands of reviews to get ahead. And this fallacy is that the more hundreds, thousands of reviews, the higher you'll rank on Amazon. That simply isn't true. We have proven this. We've ranked the coffee company Lavazza for a major keyword grain coffee with a brand of ours that had 10% of their reviews. We've also copied this time and time again. So do not buy into this idea that you need thousands of reviews to rank and convert. Ultimately, you're looking for quality and you're looking for a handful of reviews. Once you start to get about 30 reviews on a product, you will start to see diminishing returns. This is exactly why Amazon's Volume program offers a max of 30 reviews, because once you've hit 30 reviews, you will start to see less and less impact on the performance and the input and the time you spend, and of course giving you that product for free. So do not buy into this fallacy of buying reviews. There's an awful lot of companies out there that are doing this buying review service. They make it look legitimate. It's totally against Amazon's terms of service to illegitimately get reviews. So don't buy into it, don't use it. It's a complete waste of time. We never recommend it, and we've got hundreds, if not thousands, of #1 bestseller badges, #1 products. We know this is a complete just nightmare, so do not get involved with it. The best strategy you can get involved with is to use Amazon Vine. To use Amazon Vine, you will need to be an Amazon brand registered owner, and you'll need to put your product into Amazon FBA. Get 30 reviews. At the moment, as of 2025, it costs about £140 to get those reviews, and you also have to give away a free copy of the product. So that may incur additional costs to you as well, especially if the product's quite expensive. But it's a great way to get reviews started and the best way forward. So the first point, don't go for mass reviews, don't try and get thousands of reviews, and certainly don't buy them. The number two of what Amazon sellers are doing wrong in 2025 is they are investing too heavily in Amazon advertising. And I know some ads people will say, what are you talking about? You've got to invest in ads. Yep. Amazon advertising is key. Amazon love advertising. It's a cost-effective way for them to make money. And one of our kind of common things we do as an agency is we're always trying to make sure that it's cost-effective and profitable for our customers. So the key thing that we always need to make sure we're doing is to make sure we are analyzing every element of every ad campaign and structure that we do to make sure it's producing a good return on investment for all our clients, whether they are a multi-million pound brand or a new startup. So the key thing is when you're looking at ads, don't invest massively into your strategy because you don't need to. When you have a product, set up a small auto campaign, watch its performance and develop this into manual campaigns. There are many guides on how to build a perfect campaign, but you want to keep it small, set your budget small, maybe £10 a day. So about £300 per month or $300 per month for one product. If you're in variation families as well, so you've got a product that's got small, medium, large, different colors, go for the one that you think or one that you've got evidence and data for is your best seller, and make sure that when you're setting the ad group up as well, that you create all forms of that as well. So if you have an FBA and an FBM version, that both are covered in case you run out of stock, because ultimately you don't want to go out of stock and you've got no ads running. You have to be in the buy box to have your ads running, but keep it small and monitor its development. Don't make decisions day to day, but make sure that you're using after about 2 weeks to really look into data and what you're spending. Remember, if the conversion rate is poor, in other words, your ACOS is really high or your ROAS is really low, especially if your ROAS is under 1 or your ACOS is over 25-30%, it's likely that there is a problem with your product. So ad campaigns can make a big difference, but the likelihood is that the product is not converting. It's not got a high enough review score in terms of the score itself, not the review volume, as we said before. Just make sure that there is nothing within the product that is not working for you. And that's something that we help with a lot. Don't be led into the idea of spending money on advertising, especially if Amazon suggests it, because Amazon's in the business of making money from you. So we can just make sure that it makes sensible. It's a sensible decision for you and that it's going to work. But start small with your ad budgets. Number 3, people who create a poor product whose average score is less than 4. You must be really, really careful when you've got a product that's launched and you start getting reviews and the reviews are less than 4.0. As soon as that starts to happen, conversion rates will drop, ranking will start to drop. Don't invest too much into products that do this. You will need to think of a different strategy to do that, either launch a new product or change the product itself, because remember, Amazon customers can see through any crap. They can see through poor performing products. They will buy a product, they will be very, very clear on their points. So don't try and flog a dead horse. Don't try and BS the products. Point number 4 is don't try and sell a premium product if the product itself is not premium. This is something we see so frequently, and customers come to say, I'm a premium brand, I'm a premium product. And my question to that always is, well, are you? Because ultimately, if you're going to offer a premium price for a product, the value has to be there too. Don't make the mistake of adding a large margin to your product, but then the product itself has the same quality as 3, 5, 10 other products on Amazon that are made from cheap Chinese sellers that can undercut you massively, and your goal is to pretend to be Louis Vuitton. Does not work. A premium brand and a premium product can not only just have a premium price point, it has to have an element of premium quality too, because again, customers can see through the nonsense of that. So don't make sure that's just not on your playlist either. Number 5, and one that we don't talk too frequently about, is about pricing. Don't try to undersell your product in order to develop its momentum and to develop its growth. And this is crucially important because Amazon now looks at the pricing of your product and makes determinations from it. So if you have a product that's say £10 or $10 and you put that price up straight away to £15 or $15, Amazon might not let you do that because of the price performance rules that Amazon puts in place. So they will always put the brakes on and will also make sure that you are not scaling and changing your pricing too rapidly. So when you want to start launching a product, make sure there is margin in it for you. Make sure it's sensible and structured. Do not undersell the product just to build momentum and start off cheap and then think you just massively raise the pricing, because you might not be able to. And remember, Amazon's a price follower, so if you're also selling to other marketplaces and you're selling to big websites, you may also struggle there as well with your pricing strategy. So make sure your pricing strategy is correct from day one and make sure your margins are correct. These are some of the most common problems that we see when we see new clients regularly, and this is what they're still getting wrong. So try and avoid that at all costs. There's plenty of others, and I'm sure this will make a second video at some point, but these are the 5 of my biggest bugbears with what Amazon sellers are currently doing wrong. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. If you want more information about what not to do on Amazon, or have a look up here for an additional video that will give you a little bit more insight into what's the best thing to do with reviews, what's the best strategy you can follow to launch a product and to really get into those elements of building your brand on the platform. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.